As the rains continue to come down, the visuals still more dramatic. This is Estes Park, Colorado from Estes Park News. And I mean, that's a small creek, Kristen, that has now turned into a raging river.
I think Estes Park is one of the hardest hit areas with this flooding. And Lyons, Colorado has been completely cut off from like everything else, which is the scary thing as we head into the night.
The roads have literally been peeled apart, and there is really no way to get around Highway 7. You really have no other way to get through areas. Now, according to what we're hearing, they signed a federal disaster assistance has been approved, according to data just coming out from Washington. Colorado University closed until Monday now, and Boulder and Aurora public schools, most of them are closed. If they're not, make sure to just check with us in the morning or check with your favorite affiliate, 9 News KUSA. All right, let's talk about some of the headlines out there, and here's Kristen.
All right, so it's the flooding along the Front Range that is our top story tonight. The rain continues tonight, the flood threat as well. Cooler conditions for the Northeast as we've been tracking a cool front, and our next tropical storm is in the making tonight. We have all the details coming up, but high water rescues, Rob, have been just prevalent all day.
Yeah, this is our second one. It looks like we're seeing a child again being pulled from some floodwaters there. Longmont, Colorado. I want to thank the Mountain View Fire Rescue. A lot of these officials out there doing a great job. Take a look at this picture. Now, this is the problem when you get too much rainfall. Suddenly the soils up there, which are rocky, start to get slippery. Things start to shift a little bit. Soils do. Suddenly you've got boulders coming down, and up in Golden Valley Canyon, this is the result. Can you imagine if you were in that vehicle and suddenly you were caught in a rock slide like that? Whew, incredible scenes. Hopefully everyone's okay there. Biggest rain total to date as of right now, Kristen dug this up, 10.21 inches, and that is in Louisville, Colorado. 1.81 inches of that in just the last 8 hours. Now, I took the two-day rainfall total, and Boulder not that far behind at 9.38. Denver, what a difference. I mean, these two cities are not like thousands of miles apart, but 1.36 inches, but that's at DIA, which is, of course, east of downtown. Much more over downtown Denver. Big rains, too, in Burlington, Colorado, where new flash flood warnings have been issued and will be in effect through the day tomorrow. Most of these warnings are going to go through the weekend. It's going to take a while for all this water, which still has not stopped falling from the sky, to kind of filter on in, and then eventually for those rivers to slow down and recede a little bit. Still some very heavy rainfall in numerous areas tonight as that tropical connection from New Mexico continues to bring in rainfall. It's going to shut down. The process, though, will be slow, and it will take until probably mid to late Friday, a break Friday night into Saturday, and then hopefully Saturday afternoon we can stay away from some of the big thunder showers. Speaking of big, Kristen, take a look at that bolt.
Lightning is very hard to capture on camera, but they did a good job in New York Harbor tonight. We've had these storms roll on through the Northeast. It produced a lot of strong winds, and this was all with our cold front that is well advertised all week, and it is the one that's bringing us the break in the heat and humidity. We've had record highs this week in the Ohio Valley. Now that all changes up. This cold air has been sitting over northern Canada for quite some time. It's gotten dislodged, and it has made its trek south into the lower 48, and this is going to give us a very pleasant Friday and Saturday, much cooler. Look at the highs for Friday. We're staying in the 50s, Syracuse, Binghamton, Buffalo. Those were overnight lows not too long ago. Even at Pittsburgh, you're staying at 59. That's like jacket weather, long sleeves. Now, we do stay at 74 in Philadelphia, 76 in New York. The cooler air is taking some of its time to move into the eastern coast. Now, by Saturday night, we're looking at temperatures to dip close to 40 degrees from the northern tier of Pennsylvania into northern New England. So the flip-flop happens. We do have cooler conditions in the Pacific Northwest. Seattle, you've been breaking record highs all week, and now the cooler conditions move in September 17th through the 21st, and warmer than average conditions in the central U.S. Want to get a check on developing Ingrid in the Bay of Campeche. This will be our next tropical storm in the making, and it could make its presence known in southern Texas with some tropical rains, even though the center of this next named storm not making landfall in the U.S., but the rains from it may move as far north as Brownsville and Corpus Christi, Victoria. As much as 5-6 inches could fall there. And a quick check on our national headlines will keep you updated throughout the night on the Colorado flooding and the cooler weather that is about to move into the Great Lakes and the Northeast. Your local forecast is up next.